Okay, this piece of stone I got from my friend Marvin. I have an hourly. As I cut it, every hour I took a picture of it. The thing was very ugly when I got it from Marvin. I don't remember how many hours I worked on it to finally get it to this point, but it turned out to be a true gem when I got done with it. Absolutely beautiful stone. Not really sure where it's from. I'm going to guess Slaughter Mountain, but there's people that might want to correct me on that. Anyway, a true gem. I'll put another one up. Okay, another real beauty. Again, I'm going to guess this one's Slaughter Mountain. I believe this was done by some contract cutters that I had. One of the better stones I got out of them. More than likely, when and if I decide to set this, I'm going to pop off a couple of little external edges on it. Hopefully you enjoy this stone. Okay, this is the first fire agate I ever cut. I'm sure a lot of people find that hard to believe, but I've been doing very precise work for many, many years prior to cutting this fire agate. I bought this from somebody that was probably illegally mining on a claim up in Deer Creek. They kind of took advantage of me, but this was one of the stones that came with a lot. It did not have a chalcedony cap on it. You could see the colors and stuff, but there was a lot of deep valley garbage still left on it. So I spent a lot of time on this. I used toothpicks, diamond powder and oil, various things to come up with this. And you know, I even put a name on it. I called it green mercury because it looks kind of like a splat of mercury. Very pretty stone. Okay, this is another stone I named because it looks like it. I called this one Brazil because when it's up at this way, it kind of looks like the shape of Brazil. Gasson, Slaughter Mountain, another stone I cut early on. If you look at the edge of it, which I'm not sure will show up, but over on this edge, there's indications that there's teal underneath this green, but I'm guaranteed not going to go chase that teal because if I did and it wasn't there, I just destroyed what I consider a real pretty stone. Another Deer Creek stone. I think this came in my first purchase. You know, it's really cool because it's got both the bright red orange and the green. It's got some sagenites on this end that you may or may not be able to see, but you know, one of the nice things about Deer Creek, if it's not unusual to get a combination of colors in one of your stones. And I think I've said it before, I think Deer Creek produces the best greens out there. You know, again, an enjoyable stone, and I would consider it a gem. Again, a nice multicolored stone. I'm not even going to hazard a guess on where this one came from. This one has some nice orange reds, nice greens, and a pretty rich purple on one side. Again, I hope that the video works. I don't even know why I'm saying that because if it doesn't, I'm not going to put this up. um, Very, very, very nice stone. It's kind of extra long. It probably make a beautiful pendant, you know, especially set it in some nice high carat 1822 karat gold and maybe do a little accents around it. But again, I go for minimal on my stonework, so this particular stone, it's pretty amazing how the bubble pattern worked all the way across it. It's just an exceptional stone in my opinion. Hopefully you feel the same. Okay, this, in my opinion, is one of the finest gem fire agates I own. It's really hard to explain why. You almost need to be, you have to see it in person to get an understanding of what I'm talking about. I have a picture of this on my website on the Fire Agate page that gives a pretty good representation of it, but unless you see this thing in person, it's impossible to appreciate how beautiful it is. I'm guessing Slaughter Mountain, a true gem. You'd probably fall over if I told you the price on it. Okay, again, this is a true gem. We'll see how it comes out. It's got the full spectrum of colors in it. It's got red, orange, red, yellow, purple, green, some teal. It's got an eye in it, eyes on the side. Just an incredible stone. I'm not really sure. I would guess Slaughter Mountain. It doesn't look like it's a Mexican stone to me, but this is one of the finest fire agates I've ever owned. I've sold a lot of real beautiful fire agates, but this is one of the top ones. Again, if you can, better off seeing them in person, you might try to get together with me at Tucson. Hey, this is the first stone that my cameraman Greg cut. His friend Billy got some pieces of Mexican fire agate in Texas, and the people had just pretty much ground them flat. And this piece, when I first saw it, I told Greg there was probably a really nice gem in it. And I showed him a little bit on what he needed to do to start exposing the color, getting down into the actual low areas, and then exposing the various layers of color. And I don't know how much time he spent on this. Quite a bit of time, because if you want to get a beautiful stone like this, you don't do it in 20 minutes. Anyway, for this being the first stone that he seriously worked on, he should be over there patting himself on the back and thanking the fact that he had a good teacher. That's it.